Hi everybody, Rita here with GmaReezScrapShack. Recently I was asked to do a swap with someone I admire very, very much. And so I'm working on this project for her, and I thought, since I've never done a tutorial, I thought I would just use this as an example of how I start. First of all, the first thing I do is gather up all the paper that I think I'm going to use in the book, and it's usually just the 28-pound copy paper that I get at Walmart, and I coffee stain it. So the first day I coffee dyed all of my paper, and I think I gathered like 20 pages of paper. Okay, so I coffee stained it all. I put the doilies down. I made it, you know, as dark as I wanted it, and including what I coffee stained, I grabbed some binder paper, which had lines on it. I grabbed some doilies that I had cut out with my, you know, Sizzix. I grabbed, what else did I grab? I grabbed some of these little jelly bean soup dye paper that I made sure I wanted to coffee dye it as well. And I had already cut them out, so it coffee dyed up really nice. And I grabbed some little pieces of, where are they? Oh, I grabbed the ribbon that I wanted to coffee stain. So I did all that the first day. I coffee stained everything, and then I also cut it out to the size of whatever book I'm making. And in this one, I really didn't know what her color scheme was going to be at first. So I just knew she wanted vintage. So I had cut all my pages to the size that I needed them to fit in here for a vintage look. Okay, and then I took the time to actually edge my doilies, using the Distress Vintage Photo with the little Tim Holtzy, you know, spongy. This one's kind of used up and old, but that's how I use them till they totally fall apart, and then I'll get a new one on there. And I edged up all my edges the way I like it, and this one's pretty grungy. I wanted to make sure it looked very vintagey, and as you can see, it's not sewn together. So this is kind of how I put it together. Of course, there's 3 signatures in here, and so I separated my signatures by using craft paper. And I used this Floral Vine Deep Punch from Martha Stewart because I just like it. I really think it's very feminine, and I like the way it looks. And once you edge it up with your ink, it looks kind of vintagey. So I separate my signatures like this, and I kind of, you know, see how much I want to put in them, and then from there I think about my pockets and my edges. And like on this one, I sewed a jelly bean soup dye. I sewed it at the top, and then wrapped around that edge so it wouldn't poke out. But this is now a pocket right here. And on that same piece of paper on the opposite end, it also has the jelly bean pocket, but it's on this side. So this actually goes like this. That's the top, and then this one's at the bottom. And then the other pages just kind of tuck into it. And that just kind of gives me unified. Like each signature would have that page in it to where there's 2 pockets, you know, of different paper, but the same kind of, it just keeps it going. It's an even flow. And I don't put something on every page because if it's really truly going to be used as a journal, you really need to leave space for writing. So I'm not into that really busy pages. This time I wanted to try something different. I had some leftover screen from our patio door, and I put it through my punch to make some, what is it called? Punch tabs, or just tabs. And I haven't figured out if I'm going to sew those on or glue them on, but those are there. And I just wanted 3 of them. So each signature has 1. And the way I made it kind of flow is on the index card page, which is this one. Hope I'm not rambling, you guys. On the right side, I put the file tab, or I will put the file tab. And then on the next signature, where there's an index, I'm sorry, I put this at the top right-hand corner. On the second signature of my index card page, I put it in the middle on the right side. And on the third one, I put it toward the bottom, and it's on the right side of the index card that's in that one, on the third signature. So that's just kind of how I create my flow. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's just how my mind thinks. I'm kind of strange that way. And if I use a doily of a newspaper or dictionary page or whatever on the first page in the first signature, I usually do the same thing in the second signature, and if not, it's somewhere in there. Like this one, I decided that I would do it in the middle one. And there's a little. So I don't know, you guys, a creative mind is really sporadic. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm just so crazy. I'm not really, I don't know what the word is, but just cuckoo, I guess. This is one of the pages that I coffee stained, and it was in the oven too long, so it almost burnt. But I thought how cool it looked. I really liked that ombre effect. So I put it on the piece of the file folder that I was going to make the cover. Then I found out, oh, she really loves the soft cover. So I decided, well, I will cover this with my canvas that I'm going to use for her soft cover. Basically, she'll have a soft hard cover is what it comes down to. But I made my little flowers by crocheting, and I sewed them on here. And this is how I do this, you guys. I'm kind of cuckoo, but let's say this is my cover. Okay. I turn it over. I measure out my canvas to fit, you know, right like this. It's going to fit across like this. Actually, this is the bottom, so it'll go like this. And I make sure that's down the middle. I sewed on my flowers using just a zigzag or whatever stitch you want, and I kind of go in a square so it's really sewed on. It's not going to come off of the spine. Then I turn it over, and I know that these are the pockets here, so I'm going to want to put this here to cover the pocket. So there's still a pocket, but the canvas is going to cover it like this, and this will be my book cover with that on the spine. Now, the other thing is I want this to be a closure with a ribbon, so I'm going to make sure that I put my ribbon on the inside here, so it just on these edges. Put this back in here, and then I'll sew this. How will I do that? I did that wrong. Well, I made a mistake. I won't do that. I will do that, but I think I'm gonna have to I think I'm gonna have to put a slit right here for the ribbon to go through, because I definitely want to sew this to this. Maybe I'll have to glue it. Heck, I'm not even sure now. I'm all confused. I confuse myself sometimes. But anyway, just wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek of what I'm working on, and yeah, I'm hoping this is coming together. It should be really sweet, and just a sneak peek, guys. Hope everybody's having a crafty, crazy day like me. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks for watching.